Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to break down my World Buff item World Tour and what I do and the entire process that it takes to get these much desired World Buff items. So there are 7 in total of these, and they provide your raid and yourself with full World Buffs for 1 to 2 hours. So they are very, very powerful and incredibly useful for any raiding guild, anyone doing raids, and it has just been phenomenal. One of the best additions to SOD that I can think of, and I truly enjoy benefiting from them. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we are here in Orgrimmar, and these are the 7 items. You have the Songflower Seed, the Defective Magic 8 Ball, which is Darkmoon Fair. You have Overseer's Anvil, which is Rend buff. The Shimmering Globe, which is Darkmoon or Dire Maul tribute buffs. All 3 of them combined into one. Then we have the Spirit Conch, which is Zandalari for the 10% increased movement speed and 15% stats. Then we have a Firewater Cauldron, which allows you to give everyone firewater for 1 hour, which is amazing. And then you have the Horn of the Dawn, which is the Onyxia world buff. As you can see, mine are still present and still ticking right now up here, but we will be able to go and get the other ones shortly. So this is all built upon the War Effort and Karaji War Effort. So there are 2 items that I would highly recommend that you use to turn in, and that is going to be Rugged Leather as well as Runecloth Bandages. So this material is all from my guildies. You shout out Zuglass, Rage, Crave, Sting, everyone in there that has contributed to these, because Runecloth Bandages and Rugged Hide are the best items to make and turn in, and I will show you why here in a moment. But you just want to make sure that you're always doing them in a stacks of 10 in order to do it. So I'm going to take this amount of loot, and then we are going to go to the War Effort and turn in these things to get the commendations. So I will do a quick little breakdown of the War Effort just so you understand. So in Orgrimmar, it is over here in the Valley of Spirits. So we are going to run all the way up here, and we are going to turn these in. I will say Runecloth Bandages and Rugged Leather are quite expensive, and that is why I have put it out to a guild effort. Before, when I was just buying it, it was running me bankrupt. It was costing 700 to 1,000 gold. So people playing the game and actually earning these is huge. So everyone in my guild has been contributing their Runecloth, or if they have skinning, they've been getting a lot of Rugged Leather. Rugged Leather is the easiest because it takes 350 Rugged Leather to get a full set of world buffs. Runecloth Bandages, it takes 700 of those. So we're over here at the the Rugged Leather guy, and we are going to go ahead and turn these in, and then we will get 10 commendations, and then we will get a Karaji War Effort supply crate. So we will eventually fill up, but in order to get this, we open it up. And it comes with a green, which I will send to my enchanter to disenchant, and then it comes with strength scrolls and spirit scrolls. But since so many people are doing this, I literally just vendor the scrolls. I don't see a point in sitting there and doing it. And to make it easier, I enable automate quests, so we can just sort of sit here, click the guy, click the quest, and we just do that non-stop to expedite this process. So I'm going to turn in all of my Runecloth Bandages, all of my Rugged Leather, process all these War Effort supplies. You can make decent gold by disenchanting these, by the way, but I'm going to process it, show you the total combinations, and then we're going to get out there to the World Buff Tour. I just wanted to give you guys the setup, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and how I'm going about it. So without, I will see you then. Alrighty guys, so for our next stops, it is going to make sure that you get all these Horde combination signets in intervals of 350. It took me about a half hour in order to get them all, and then our next stop is to go to the Undercity to do our very first stop. So I'm riding the Zep to Undercity, and then we are going to fly to Lights Hope Chapel, get the buff here for 50 commendation signets. So I'm going to buy 4 of them because I have 1,400, so intervals of 350, so 350, 700, 1,400, also 1,050 if you wanted to do that as well. But that'll give me a total of 5 of every one, since I have some left over from the last time I went on this adventure. But we're going to go to Undercity first, and then I will show you the next steps as we go. But it's important to make sure you have your water treads with you, as well as a variety of teleportation techniques. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. So just a little quick update while we start our journey here, and I will see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we are here at the Argentine area in Quartermaster, and we are going to walk right over here to them and go ahead and buy these wonderful world buffs right here. So we are going to go here, Horn of the Dawn, which is Onyxia, and then I'm going to buy 4 of them. And they do stack, as you can see, which is always good. And then we're going to fly back to Undercity and take the Zeppelin to Kaghoe. So I will see you then when we get there. Alrighty guys, so in order to get to the ZG Island, the best way to go about this is to ride the Zeppelin off of Undercity to Kaghoe, and then be on the edge here and get ready to jump the moment you get off the loading screen, and you will land pretty much right on top of the ZG Island. This is also a great way to get to Westfall. I've shown you guys a few times, but then we jump off right here and we can go forward. If you have your water treads, make sure you equip those. Use those, make your life a whole lot easier. If you are slow with it, you can splat on that island, so you also could be a little later with it. And do not have your water walking pre-activated, because you will also go splat. And I am totally 100% speaking from caution and not experience, because I would never jump off there with my water boots ready and just go splat. Or hit that island right there, as you see. That could never be me. I'm too good at World of Warcraft to be doing that. Anyway, we come over here to the Zandalari Quartermaster, and we are going to trade in our spirit conches in order to, trade in our commendations for 4 of these spirit conches, which give us the Zandalari world buff. Now we are going to Hearth to Kargath, and we are going to go get the BRD Anvil here for our Rend buff. So I will show you exactly how to do that, and see you then. Alrighty guys, so in order to get to the Grim Guzzler, you need to have the Blackrock key, which you probably have if you played the game at all. That's definitely another subject to figure out how to get if you do not know how to get it. But we are going to then stealth up here, open up this Shadowforge lock right here. Then we are going to go into cat form and prowl back. Chances are, if they are 51, they will pull if you try to split the middle. So stealth works, blink works, so many other tactics can work here. You can also do a jump skip to get to the Grim Guzzler if you do not have the key, but the key is not very hard to get nowadays anyway. And then we are going to just stealth through these hallways right here, and then we are going to head towards Angerforge, and then we are going to head into the Grim Guzzler. Like I said, stealth makes this way easier, but if you are unable to stealth, you might have to do some killing in order to get here. You can utilize invis pots. If you're a priest, you can mind soothe. Most classes have something that they can use to their advantage. Like mages can strategically blink to never pull any of these packs. Here is where I would highly recommend using greater invisibility if you do not have them. Priests can mind soothe the 55s as well, but they can be destroyers also, so you just got to pay attention to that and be careful here. But if you use a greater invis pot, the goal is to go from the end of that hallway all the way over to here, and make sure that you get into this little hallway as a safe spot. So this is where you would stop and make it. Then you have the technician room. Now this you can actually do at max level without an invis pot. You would come right here, you kill this one arcane smith, hug this wall to the best of your ability, you kill these patrolling technicians, so you would kill this guy right here, and then you actually just straight up go right like this along my path. You will not pull them, but hug towards the technicians, because you'd rather pull that than pull the Rage Reaver Golem. Then you get right here, you can wait for another invis pot, or if you are a class that can kill them, go ahead and kill them insta. They're a lot easier to kill because they are level 50, and 12k health is not too bad, so you can do combat, or you can wait another 10 minutes, use an invis-pot. It is up to you. Your classes probably have something that can deal with these things. And once you're in the Grim Guzzler, you can go ahead and run to the next location. So that is going to be right here with Loconos Darkbringer. He is the vendor for the Thorium Brotherhood. It requires no reputation in order to buy these, and it is all the way at the end. So we're going to get our 4 Overseer Anvils, and that brings us to a total of 5. The next one I'm going to do is teleport to Moonglade. Now, if you're not a druid, you can get a hearth to Kargath, get a port to Org, fly to Moonglade, fly to Winter Spring, fly wherever you want just to head here to get the Firewater, but that is the next spot. So I'm going to then run to the tunnel and show you guys that when we get there. So see you then. Alrighty, so we've made it to the Little Timbermaw hold path from the Moonglade side. You can go any way you want to get here. You do need to not be hated with them in order to access the vendor, but I think if you're neutral or friendly, you can do it. So it's not too big of a deal. Most people have achieved this by doing their pre-bis farm for phase 4. If you do not have this, then I apologize. You'll just have to go and get the normal Firewater consumable all by yourself, which is not too big of a hassle. Make sure you put on your water treads, by the way, because the next thing that we are headed to is going to be Ajara. To get the globes in your water treads will be very, very helpful for that. So we are going to head down right over here, and we're looking for Misha, which is going to be to our left in order to get our Firewater Cauldron. So her name's Melosh, not Misha. Misha is Rexar's bear. You know, traveling the world tires a young aspiring druid out. So anyway, the next thing we're going to do is make sure our water treads are on, and then we're going to use our Beacon of Hydraxis to teleport into the middle of Ajara, and then we're going to put on our stuff and sort of head there. So we'll see when we get there. Alrighty guys, we have made it to Ajara. The Beacon of Hydraxis just takes you to this cave, and you just go ahead, put your water treads on, use the buff. Do not swap off your water treads, and then just keep heading over to Duke Hydraxis' island right out here, and you will be able to get your globes. Now, as Horde, the fastest way to go to a flight path to head down to Daenerys and then Silithus is going to be simply just going up to Orgrimmar from here. If you're feeling real lazy, which I have totally never done, I can teleport to Moonglade and just fly, but it is not faster than water tread running back to Orgrimmar and then flying. It'll save you time. But most classes don't have teleports. I just play the 2 classes that do. So most people, it is the best play for Horde to water tread over to here. If you're Alliance, you would want to water tread over to this flight path as well. But we are here at Duke Hydraxis, and we are going to be able to buy our wonderful world buffs here real quick. Oh no, oh my goodness. Gotta be careful with that, guys. You want to make sure you do not have automate quests on, so you do not make that mistake right there, because it will automatically start to turn in those commendations. So since we're headed to Org, it's not that big a deal. I'll just need to buy a stack of rugged leather in order to replace that. But a little tip there to make sure you do not have auto turn-ins still on, because some of them do function that way and automatically turn it in. So anyway, I'm going to head to Org. I'm going to turn in another stack to get up to 400 more commendations to buy the 4 remaining Darkmoon Fair buffs and Songflowers. So I'm just flying to Daenerys from Orgrimmar, and I'll show you the vendor when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we are here in Gadgetzan, just got off the Windrider. We're going to run into this door, and then we're going to head right over here to Nyx Sprocket Spring, and we are going to come here and buy 4 of these wonderful magic 8 balls, which is how we get our Darkmoon Fair buff. So the final stop is going to be all the way in Silithus to get our Songflower Seeds, and then we have completed the entire World Buff World Tour. So I'm going to fly over there now, and I'll see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we are finishing our entire world tour right now, and we are headed over to Ariel Goldleaf to get the Songflower. Now make sure your auto turn-in is turned off here, otherwise you will do the same mistake you saw me do in Ajara, and then we are going to buy the rest right there. As you can see, I forgot to turn in the leather before I left Org like an absolute buffoon, but anyway, I'll be coming back here for raid night anyway, so I'll just get one then. But this entire thing, if you can look at the timer, it took me from 9:15 a.m. to 11:22. This is with a 30-minute delay for the maintenance that dropped in the middle of the video. However, I also utilized about every teleport that you possibly could in the game, which makes it a lot faster. So expect this whole process to take about 2 hours. If you're only turning in 350 things, that'll shave off a lot of time. It took me 30 minutes alone just turning it all in and processing the loot the proper way. So I mailed all the green BOEs off to an enchanter to disenchant them to try to recuperate the money that I lost. But if you were to just turbo vendor them all, it would not take as long as it took me to do it all. But that's a few minutes shaved off. All in all, 2-hour world tour. These world buffs are one-time use, so once you use them, they don't have charges, they do not have a cooldown, so you will be doing this multiple times, but hopefully you drop 1 to 2 per raid, and your raids are not as expensive as they can be. But anyway, stuff happens, wipes happen. Everyone should have their personal world buffs as well, so it should make their life a lot easier. But this is just what I do for my solid saviors in my guild here as the guild leader. As an individual person doing this all on your own, it'll take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's definitely meant to be something that a guild works towards and not one single person. But I think these world buff items are incredibly powerful, and I really enjoy them. It helps make sure the entire raid comes with world buffs, and we can give everyone the exact same thing on the exact same page without, stuff happens sometimes and people can't always get full world buffs every single raid you do. So it's a nice way for someone like me who has the time to put in the effort to do it, to make sure my raid comes as prepared as I can make them. So while I would love to see them be one-time use, maybe cost 1,000 tokens to get each of them, and you just spend 7k one time, this works. It is something that works, and it is what it is. There are a lot of things they could do, but if they make it a permanent thing, then people are just going to run around with world buffs the entire time. So I really understand why people would be hesitant to do that. But anyway guys, those are my final thoughts on it. This video is long enough. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Would love to hear if you have anything you'd like to add. Definitely drop it down below and hear your thoughts on it. But I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.